Good evening, Priyanka. Good evening. Hope I am audible to you all. It is better if you guys can able to use your mic. Okay, let's
You're
make this
audible.
interactive. Great, great,
Yes,
great.
sir.
I'm just waiting for everyone to join the session first of all. Our first session was supposed to be like last week. Like last week, I was not well exactly. I was hospitalized because of fever and some cough and all, so it was not quite good for me from my side. That's why I requested to cancel the class in the last week. I think the class was supposed to happen on last Sunday. So asking about that, how was your skill level examinations? And I think if you are appearing for AA right now, your previous paper might be FR, right? How was the paper?
It was good, sir.
In FR, which all topics they have asked?
The topics were like consolidation and ratios was in the section C, and section A comprises of everything, sir, like leases and various surface like revaluation surfaces also. And all the other small topics are
Oh,
also covered.
sure, 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 sure. Great, great, great. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Azhar. I'm actually an ACCA affiliate and a ACCA faculty for the past 4 years. And talking about me, I also have a corporate experience of 2 years in EY in audit field. And currently, I'm working as a full-time faculty with many of the institutions in Kerala as well as the North India. And currently serving as a academic head of educators in Institute of Management. And welcome to AA, first of all. Welcome all for the sessions. I can able to see 18 of you people in the session right now. So good evening to you all and welcome to the paper. Yeah, good evening. So first of all, like I'm not directly jumping into topic. First of all, I would like to know you all. First of all, that would be better. Hmm? Yeah, good evening all. Now I'll be calling your names. You have to tell me about yourself. Okay. The first one, Akshat Saini. Akshat Saini. Can you please unmute Akshat? Ansha, Anshja. There is a guy with blue face picture. Is it possible to unmute? I am Farzan. I already passed my paper F4. I'm just giving it for September. Okay. Sorry, sir. I'm having some network issue. No issues, Akshat. Akshat, can you please tell me where exactly you are from? Okay, he will rejoin. Okay, sure. Then who else?
May I?
Network issue. Yeah, hi. There is a Tripathi, like Utkarsh
Utkarsh.
Tripathi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Hi, good evening, da.
Good. So myself,
Yes.
Utkarsh Tripathi, who now currently stays in Dombivli, Maharashtra.
I have completed my graduation this year with an excellent O grade. I've completed my Bachelor of Commerce. Looking forward to do ACCA. It will be my first paper as audit. And in 5 months, I was looking for some job, and currently I'm giving some interest for now. And
Thank you.
in my fir- and in my first 2 years, I have given some attempts of CA foundation, but law was
Hmm.
such a subject which I used to get stuck. I have a little like interest in advanced Excel, Tally, RP9, and in free time I like to watch some cricket and some podcasts.
Nice, nice, nice. That was a nice introduction. Thank you. Uh, now moving to hi Priyanka. Priyanka Chake, right?
Hi, yeah, Priyanka Chaki. Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible. Absolutely fine.
Hi, good evening. My name
Good
is
evening.
Priyanka. I'm 22 and I'm from West Bengal, near the outskirts of Kolkata. And I
Hmm.
have appeared for FR in September. It was kind of dicey, the section A and B. Although section C was could have been better because it was very lengthy this time. Apart from that, I graduated last year, and this is technically going to be my third paper that I'm
Third
gonna
paper.
appear. Yes,
So before FR, which paper you have attended?
I have actually given business technology. Before I got
BT
the
paper.
exemption, I still appeared for one to check how the exams are, So I gave one, and then I gave
And how was
FR.
the BT paper?
It was good. It was very different compared to skills paper because it's just
Okay.
knowledge. I mean, it's just something that I have already studied in my college, so like it was all right. But in skills in FR, it was really huge. Like not just the syllabus, how you apply it was very different. And also apart from that, about myself, I'm an international esports player, and I am also a streamer. And apart from that, I sing sometimes and I dance sometimes. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
thank you.
That's good to hear. Yeah. Hi, Rachit Agarwal. Rachit, I think Rachit is wrong.
So, sir, we audible now?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. I am Rachit Agarwal, sir, and I have completed my BCom Finance from St. Xavier. I live in Kolkata,
Hmm.
and I have appeared for the FR exam in this September.
Hmm. Great. Like, if it is possible, like, we have almost 20 participants in session. Like, can you please type your name, where exactly you are from, what exactly is your current status? Are you working? Are you doing ACC? Like, everything, your hobbies, whatever you like and all, in the chat box in the next 2, 3 minutes. It will be easy for me also. I can just read and read. Yeah, notice hi. Hi, my name is this XSX. I'm from XSX and I have currently passed this much amount of papers. I'm currently working or I'm currently studying whatever. It will be great to know your background. Yeah, good evening, Kuljit. I think we have different people coming from different part of the country. Especially, I'm actually from the very southern part of the India. Some of you are actually from north, east, west, and all. It's very good to know. Hmm? Like in the first half of the session, okay, we can just interact with each other. Vivo is from Hyderabad. I know Vivo is from here originally. Give me a second. Hello, I'm Gracie. I am graduate with BCom honors degree, and this will be my first ACC examination. I'll be giving AA and FR this December. I'm from Delhi. Also, since this will be the first paper, I'm skeptical about giving AA first paper. See, AA and FR is a very nice combination because some of the FR knowledge is also tested in AA. And if you ask me whether to give FR and AA at once, like I will say like it will be difficult as a first timer giving two papers at a time. It will be a sort of like difficult, but if you practice well, you can able to crack the paper. That's for sure. Okay, so don't worry about that whether you can able to do it or not, but you have to give extra effort. Effort matters. Good evening, everyone. I'm second year student BCom Honors from Delhi University from Gurgaon. I have given two papers of second level of ACCA. Audit is my third one. Hi, Disha Gupta. Great. Now we have Kalpana Mittal, myself Kalpana from Delhi and full-time working as a credit controller. And I have attempted in September. Actually speaking, Kalpana, your job is super because in our paper itself, we are discussing about this job in quite few areas. And your job is quite important for the accounts of receivables. So I have to properly mention this when I'm discussing audit risk or controls or substantive procedures and all. So great know you, Kalpana. Good. Now we have Kunal Rohla. Hi, sir. Myself is Kunal, and I'm from Delhi. I passed a BCom in 2024. This is the first paper. Welcome to AA, Kunal. Rudra is there, and Rudra is currently a third year SRCC doing BCom honors, and this is my first ACCA examination. Great. Charvi is here. Good evening, sir. I'm Charvi. I'm from Rajasthan. Great. Different city. Pursuing BCom with ACCA, and it is my second skill level paper. Earlier applied for FR. Now we have Tavisha Chauhan, sorry. She's from Mumbai, and she's also doing ACCA, so she haven't given any kind of paper so far. And she haven't taken any exception, so I have given four papers of knowledge level and attempted FR in September. Great. I have actually completed FR syllabus already, Gracie. Uh, Uttarkash Tripathi, he completed BCom and given for interview for company and might join. Ah, great. Utkarsh, in which company you gave interview? In which company you gave interview? In which company you gave interview? You can just unmute, okay? Is it KPMG or EY?
Both. I've given both.
Oh, great. How was experience?
It was nice. My KPMG round
Great.
was around 3 rounds and I was around 5 rounds.
Uh,
It was- but by the next week, I might get the offer letter from both companies.
okay. To which position?
For human was analyst in audit and for KPMG was analyst in accounts. And
Hmm. Great, 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 great. That's a good thing. Uh, hello, sir. I'm Akshat Saini. I have currently complete my graduation and FR paper. I took classes. She's from Jaipur. Mm, we have Anshja. He's from Mumbai. Currently doing BCom and AA is my second paper of skill level paper. Hello, I would like to introduce myself. I am Priyanka Chaki, accountant last year, appeared FR and currently a student. I played esport internationally and I'm also a streamer. Have a keen interest in investing and trading as well as thank you. I think that's great. So different people with different background and many of the people have completed their bachelors and some of the people are doing the bachelors. And for some of few guys, double A is the first paper and for others, double A is the second and third paper. So yes, that's it. So I will tell my part when I was a student. So I completed my ACCA at the age of 20. I completed the ACCA in a time span of 1 year and 10 months. I started my ACCA at the age of 18. So my first paper was BT. I wrote the paper in 2020 and in 2021 along. I completed the 8 papers of ACCA from management accounting to FM paper, the 9 papers. So I became a part qualified at the age of 19. I started my teaching at that time. And I have given the P-level papers in the 2022. So that's my academic background. I also have a bachelor's and master's qualification. Okay, so this is all about me. Been taking AA for the last 3 years. Yes. Okay, so welcome to the paper AA. First of all, the what is the name of the paper? What exactly is the name of the paper? Audit and assurance. Now my question is that what is audit? What do you call audit? What is the meaning audit? Ever heard about audit?
Inspection of accounts.
No.
May I, sir?
Yes, Kalpana.
Maybe to analyze the financial statements deeply, whether they
That's
are.
a that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Yes.
Uh,
Any other? Yeah,
uh,
Namia.
uh, Checking or reviewing of financial accounts.
Checking and reviewing your financial account is okay. That is good. Anything else?
May I, sir?
Yeah, Mishti.
The auditor's duty is to test the financial statements prepared by the board of directors or the management of the company.
Hmm.
They basically check whether the financial statements provided by them are true and fair or not.
Yes, that's a very good answer. Thank you. So I will tell you what exactly is audit and what exactly we are learning in this entire paper. First of all, so in our previous papers, let me take you the BT or FA paper. We have studied what exactly is called a limited liable company. See, for every company, the company have to prepare a financial statement to whom? To the stakeholders of the company. The stakeholders means the people who are interested in what the company does. Hmm? Stakeholders are the people who are interested in what the company actually does. The stakeholders can be classified into internal stakeholder, connected stakeholder, and external stakeholders. So these people will be interested in the company. Some of the people will invest in company who exactly is called the shareholders of company. Some people are the customers, suppliers, etc., etc., etc. So as a stakeholders, the stakeholders need to know, okay, whatever the company is telling to them is true, right? If the company is saying, okay, this year we made a huge amount of profit, someone has to cross check, right? Whether the things saying whether the company is correct or not. That is why the auditors will come. The auditors are the external party who will come to the company, who will go through all the accounts, who will properly verify the financial statements made by the company, and they'll be telling a proper opinion. The opinion can be either positive or bad or negative. Okay, that is what we are actually doing in the audit. Hmm? So a group of people called auditor, the external auditor, will come to the company and they will be going through all the financials, all the records, all the FS items, and they'll be doing their own work to know whether what exactly the company presented there is true and fair. That's it. Hmm? If the company is saying, okay, we are having a property in this area, the auditor will go to that site and they'll be checking it. The auditor will be inspecting the documents. The auditor will be recalculating the calculations. Whatever the client says, okay, we have to prove it. That is what the auditors will do. And after that, we'll be telling a independent opinion. Sometimes it can be positive, Sometimes it can be negative. That is what we auditors do. Okay, guys. So in our paper, we'll be talking about the different stage of audit, like what kind of items we have to at different levels of audit, how exactly audit starts, how exactly we have to conduct the audit, what type of documents we have to obtain during the audit, how to finish the audit, etc. are being discussed in the paper. It's a very big paper to say and a very good, a very easy paper. Like in my opinion, the paper is quite easy. The paper is very, what to say, a very interesting paper. Okay, so like every ACCA paper, this paper is also for 100 marks, and the pass mark is approximately 50. And in this paper, there are two sections, Section A and Section B. Section A, they'll be asking 15 MCQ questions, each containing 2 marks. Section B will be having 3 long questions, out of which 2 questions will be for 20 marks, and there is a 1 question for 30 marks. And section B is completely typing, and section A is very similar to our FR and PM and FM papers. You only have to select the options. So section A, 15 MCQ, 2 marks each, total amount of 30 marks. Section B, we are having 3 questions, out of which 2 questions will be for 20 marks and 1 question will be for 30 marks. And the paper is, what to say, like the paper is very important. Like in this paper, we have to think like a professional. We have to think like an auditor. Like the most of the situations are real, most of the situations are practical. So you have to imagine you're actually auditing a real company. You are in a real company. You have to think like an auditor. You have to think how exactly it is going to work. You have to think from an auditor's perspective. Imagine the auditor is like an investigator. So you have to think from the investigator's perspective. You have to think in terms like the risk, evidence, the professional judgment, etc., etc., etc. So that is how you have to approach. Hmm? The paper is structured in that manner. And obviously, the terms you'll be learning in the paper is quite new. You haven't heard about it before. The procedures, the steps, methods, everything is quite new. That you haven't learned about these kinds of items in the previous papers, but I'm giving you a proper assurance that okay, you can able to crack it no matter what. It's a easy paper. Only thing required in the paper is called practice. Only practice can able to say in this paper with a proper practice you can able to pass the paper no matter what. Hmm? Practice many questions as you can. Many questions. Hmm? The section B is very important because section A is quietly a difficult area. Many people complain that section A is quite difficult. So section B is our lifeline. So try to score maximum marks in section B. So section B is completely a typing area. So you have to practice a lot no matter what. So now let me check the chat box there. So there are some means audit is in process. Uh, for accountant, do you have any right? Do we have to write word by word to? Or I will tell about that along, Kanishka. No issues. Hello, sir. My name is sir. Is my expression good? Yes, your expression is good, Pujit. Okay. Now I have divided the paper into 5. People are joining. Okay. So I have divided the paper to 5, the part A and part B. In the part A, I'll be covering the first few chapters. Especially speaking, I'll be covering the first five chapters in the first area. The chapter number one mainly talks about the assurance. Chapter number two talks about the rights and obligation. In chapter three, I'll be taking the corporate governance and a chapter called internal audit. And chapter number five will be covering the ethics. So the first few classes will be covering part A. The part A is completely theory, a very easy topic, so it won't be a big problem there. The real problem will be starting from the part B. The part B will be talking about the risk in detail. So in part B, it's a combination of three chapters: the risk assessment, audit strategy and materiality, and the evidence. Or I can say risk, planning, and evidence. So this part A is quite easy. Part B, they will be asking for 20 marks in examination. Part B, it is for 20 marks. It's a very important topic. Now, part C, the internal control. The internal control, the question will be asking for 30 mark in the examination. And part D, it will be audit procedure and reporting. We are talking about two chapters there. The first chapter talks about substantive procedure. Substantive procedure will be asking for 20 mark in the examination. And second, audit reporting. Audit reporting will be asking for 5 marks. And at last, we are having part B here. It's a completion and a review. It's a very easy area where we'll be talking about the audit completion, and we'll be also talking about a chapter called fraud detection. This is a syllabus of AA. And right now, what exactly we are missing here is a group. Hmm? For me, I have to share my notes, right? WVG, December 2025. I'm actually creating a Telegram group and I'm sharing the group link in the chat box so that I can able to share my notes and all. So I'm pasting the link here. Kindly join the group. Okay, please. Everyone kindly join the group link I have shared. It's in the chat box. Please, guys. Then only I can able to share all my notes and hmm, I'll be sharing my notes after you guys join this session. Approximately 25 people are there in the session. So I'm waiting for 24 of them to join. 13 so far. Only 13 people have joined. I still need 13 more. Guys, please join in the Telegram group. Okay. Please make it fast, okay? 15 of them joined. Great. Actually, Telegram is quite, easy to share the files and all. Like many institutions are actually having a group through this Telegram. Like it's more convenient by everyone actually. That's why. Like in order to share the notes also, you don't need to download that again. You can just share the file. It will be very easy. That's why. Only 18 people have joined the session. 19, 26 more. Guys, 6 people who are here, please join this Telegram group now. 5 more people to left. Because I'm actually going to start the session, that's why. And I want everyone to be in the group so that I can able to share the notes and all. Hmm? That is why I'm asking you to join the session as I. Okay, now let's start the session now. The chapter number 1, the introduction to assurance. So myself, I actually worked in EY, in the department called assurance department. We used to call the department as audit. The department name was assurance, EYGDS. So my first question is that what is a term meaning called assurance? What is called this assurance?
To
Yeah, Rachit,
provide
you
the
can make a
surety,
WhatsApp.
Hello.
What exactly, Mishti?
to provide the surety and give the opinion onto the FS or the auditing.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Kuljit.
Sir, assurance is kind of giving an evidence or surety to the stakeholders about the financial statements, that the financial statements truly present the fair and true view of the
Yeah, that
company.
is correct. That is correct.
They
Any
that
other suggestions? Like, what you said is absolutely correct, Kuljit. Any other recommendation from your sides? Assurance basically, Faizan said to assure the FS gives to a fair view. Tamisha said basically assurance to the shareholder regarding statements. Assurance is final step of audit. Information is right or wrong. We got like pretty good answers from your side. That is good. So that is correct. So, but there is a proper definition. Hmm. Like what exactly is called assurance? Assurance is nothing. It is where the expert of a particular subject matter expresses a independent opinion on a particular subject matter for someone, the user. The opinion is based on the certain standards or criteria and helps the users to make the decision. So imagine we're actually going to audit a company. I'm a external auditor with number of years of experience. I'm good at my work and I'm coming to the company. I'm doing the audit. I'm going through all the financial statements, and I'm finally telling a proper opinion. The opinion can be positive or negative. But the way I'm actually telling opinion is not in a simple manner. I'm following some proper steps and all. I'm following some criteria and standards to arrive at the opinion. And the entire thing is called assurance. Here, I'm a person with a number of experience. I'm the expert of a particular subject. Hmm? So I'm not a simple person. I'm a person with a proper expertise. And I'm actually coming to the company. I'm actually reviewing the financial statement that is a particular subject matter. and I'm giving a independent opinion to the company. The independent opinion for someone, the user. Huh? And the opinion is exactly based on a proper standards or criteria, which helps them to take their decision. So when it comes to a company, they will be shareholders. So whatever opinion I am saying, their decision will be depend upon my opinion. So my opinion has to be independent. I should not try to introduce any sort of bias. I have to stand in an unbiased situation. I have to be very clear about what I am saying. I have to do properly, go through all the steps, all the criteria in a very good manner. Because whatever opinion I am saying, the people will be taking it in a very bigger manner because they'll be taking it to make their own decision. So assurance is where exactly what happens. Assurance is where. So me, I'm a person with a particular, expert in particular subject matter. I'm actually coming to company. I'm expressing a independent opinion. The term is very important. Independent opinion on a particular subject matter. The particular subject matter is a financial statement, and my opinion is very important. It will be based on a proper standards, and it is important for the people because they'll be taking it to make the decision. Understood? Any doubts so far? Guys, any doubts?
Hello, sir.
Please ask. Yes, hi.
Sir, actually, I have a very small doubt that what is
Yeah,
the
ask
difference
me that.
between a stakeholder and a shareholder?
The stakeholder, all the see about the stakeholder thing is that the shareholder, customers, suppliers, employees, management, we call everyone as stakeholders. The stakeholders are the people who shows interest in what the company does. When it comes to shareholder, the shareholder is a person who exactly invests in the company.
Okay, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? No. So, audit is also a form of assurance, but audit has to be performed in a very good manner based on the quality of the information. The information we are getting has to be in a sufficient manner, and also the information has to be in a very reliable manner. The reliable means we can able to trust the information because the users of financial statements depend upon our opinion. They'll be depending on whatever opinion we are saying. So our opinion has to be independent and good no matter what. So, first of all, we have discussed about the assurance here. Assurance is where the expert in a particular subject matter gives what? Gives a independent opinion on a particular subject matter. And the opinion should be based on what? A certain standards or criteria that helps the users to make the decision. That's the first area. Now, next one we are actually going to discuss is elements of assurance engagement. What exactly? The elements of assurance engagement. There are five elements in assurance engagement. The first one is called criteria. I think probably we have learned this IFRS, IAS standards in our previous papers of FR and O. If I may ask any of the standards, can you please tell me what exactly is that?
Sir, do you want to know about the IFRS standards?
No, if I am going to ask some of the IFR standards, so if I ask those questions, can you able to answer it?
Sure, sir.
It totally depends.
Yeah. So, what is IFRS 3?
Sir, it's business combination.
IAS 21?
Income taxes?
No, that is IAS 12.
Sorry, sir.
Currency.
Foreign exchange.
Yes, Forex. IFRS 16.
Leases.
Leases.
IFRS 15.
Revenue.
Revenue from contracts with
IFRS
customers.
9.
Financial
Financial
instruments.
instruments.
Great. So you guys know the base. So basically speaking, criteria. See, as an auditor, that whenever we are actually doing the audit, we have to perform the audit based on proper standards. As an auditor, we have some audit rules, and those rules are called ISA, International Standard on Audit, ISA. What is the name? ISA. So we have to follow some of the ISA rules as an auditor. And also, whenever we are actually preparing the financial statements, the financial statements has to prepare based on IFRS. Hmm? So we are actually learning ACCA. So ACCA follows IFRS and IAS standards. So we have to say that, okay, whenever we are preparing financial statements, we have to prepare the financial statements according with whom, according with IFRS standards. If you are a Indian CA, you will say we have to prepare the financial statements accordance with Indian accounting standards. Okay, got it. So criteria, that's it. Criteria means okay, whenever we are actually doing the audit work and all, we have to follow the proper rules and regulations no matter what. That is, whenever we are preparing the financial statements, it has to be prepared according to proper IFRS standards. That's the first area. And second one talks about the report. I told you, assurance is where I'm giving a independent opinion. And how exactly I'm giving opinion? Am I just calling them and saying, man, it's very bad. I never seen something very pretty lame. No, this is not the manner. I have to give the opinion in a report manner. That is called auditor's report. The auditor's report is very important. At the end of the audit, as an auditor, I'll be giving them a proper audit report. It will be saying the opinion whether the FS has been prepared in a good manner or in a bad manner. So, auditor's written report given to internet users by the practitioner. Okay. Any doubts so far? Hmm? First one criteria, second one report. Any doubts? Okay, right? I am sharing all my notes in Telegram group. All the notes. Hmm. Yes, it will be there. So my question is it okay so far? The criteria, report and all.
Yes, sir.
Gracie, for the AA, I'll be following my own notes. I encourage you guys to go through a Kaplan textbook if you want to read the textbook. Okay.
Up.
Anything else to add, Charlie? Charlie, Jane, anything else to add? Okay. So, next one talks about the evidence. See, as an auditor, when we are talking about the opinion should be supported with a proper evidence. So, we have to gather a proper evidence no matter what. The evidence is a proof. So, the first one talks about the criteria, second one talks about the report, and third one talks about the evidence. As an auditor, we have to gather a sufficient appropriate evidence. So, what exactly this term talks? Sufficient appropriate evidence. Like, in what perspective they are saying sufficient appropriate evidence?
So I think
What
that
are they
they
implying? Answer me.
So I think that they are
Continue.
talking
Yeah.
about the underlying transactions that take place in the company. Sometimes company can inflate their revenue and other things to
Mm-hmm.
show that the company is profitable. And evidence supports
Mm-hmm.
that by showing that whether these things are true or not. Whether
Yeah, maybe I could able to say they are saying relevant and reliable information, right?
yes, I
In
think so.
terms of both quality as well as quantity. If you want to prove someone is a thief in the court, you have to submit the evidence, right? The
Yes.
evidence has to be, you know what, it has to be sufficient no matter what. Then only I can able to prove him, okay, that guy is a thief. Hmm? So basically speaking, as an auditor also, if the client is saying, okay, sir, current year we have purchased some building, and I'm saying, okay, I agree. Don't be like this. As an auditor, we have to use our professional skepticism. I want to ask them, can you please show me some legal documents, like the ownership documents, and the client will be giving it. I have to go through it. I have to ask him, like, you actually bought the property last month, right? Can you please see the bank statement? I will be reviewing the bank statement to know whether, the property transaction was happened there or not. Or I'll be asking, can I see the site all by myself? I'll be going to the place, I'll be looking at the building. I'm like, okay, whatever the client says is true. Hmm? So that is how I have to confirm that. Hmm? I should not blindly trust the auditor. No, I have to think. I have to use my brain. I have to look for the evidences. That's a main thing. That's the main thing about the auditor. Got it. And the next one talks about the three parties. In an audit, there are three parties. The first party is a user. The user of the financial statements is always the shareholders. And second party is a responsible party, that is a company or the management itself. And the third party is a auditor. Think of it like a parents teacher meeting, PTA meeting. PTA meeting, maybe back in fourth grade or third grade. Going to the past like 10, 15 years back. So imagine it's a PTA meeting and the teacher will be giving a progress card. There are three people here. The one is our teacher, one is a student, and one is our parent. Imagine the teacher is an auditor, the parent is a user or the shareholder, and the student is a company. So what exactly teacher is doing? The teacher will be giving a proper opinion about the student, about the company, whether he passed the exam or not. Is he acting good in the class or not? That is the same thing happening in the audit, where the auditor will be giving a student's report. Here it is the auditor's report, and he'll be telling the good and bad thing about the company. Got it? So the three main parties, the first one is called whom? The parent, that is shareholders. Second one, the responsible party, the management or the student. And the last one, the practitioner, auditor or the teacher. Got it? Any doubts? Guys, any doubts?
So,
Yes, hi.
what I have understood so far about the audit, I want to ask you that what I
Hmm.
have understood is it correct or not? So, can I give you a
Hmm.
basic definition?
Sure, sure.
So the obviously the shareholders, the company is run by the managers, but the shareholders are the real
Manager.
owners of the company, and they
Hmm.
cannot trust blindly the managers or the management about the correctness of the financial statements. That's why
Hmm.
they hire an auditor
Yes,
to provide them an
yes.
audit to provide them about the
A
evidence
proper feedback, opinion.
that whether the financial statements are in true manner very prepared with all these standards which are required for the
Yes,
preparation.
that is
That's
right.
what I have understood.
Yes,
So
that's correct.
is it correct or not?
Yeah, it is correct. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And next one talks about the subject matter. As an auditor, we are actually providing a independent opinion on the financial statements. So always remember the subject matter means the financial statements. Okay, the financial statements contains SOPL. SOPL is statement of profit and loss. SOFP is a statement of financial position, and SOCE is there, and we are having a disclosure notes. So we have to properly express our opinion about whom, opinion about the financial statements. So when it comes to our audit, we are having five elements: the criteria, a report, evidence, subject matter, and the three parties. Any doubts so far? Any doubts?
Sir, can you please elaborate criteria and subject matter again?
Sure. The first of all, talking about the criteria. Criteria means as an auditor, we have to perform the audit work as per proper standards. As an auditor, we have to follow ISA standards, International Standard of Auditing. Along with that, we also have to follow proper standards whenever we are preparing the FS and all. In our FR paper, we have learned this IFRS standards, IA standards, etc. So we have to follow those standards whenever we are preparing the financial statements. The next one, subject matter. Subject matter is very easy. They say that the auditor have to express a opinion about the financial statements they are reviewing. That's it. The client will be preparing a FS all by themselves. So what exactly we are doing is that we have to properly look at whether the adjustments made by the client is correct, or do we have to make any other further adjustments and all. And we'll be preparing a financial statements from our side. That is what auditing is happening, really. We won't be directly approving the FS prepared by the client. No, we'll be evaluating it, and we'll be preparing a entire new financial statement from our side. That is how we are doing the audit. And we'll be sending this FS to client. We'll be asking them, is it okay? Like, can you able to give me further informations and all? We can't completely believe whatever the client says. No, we always have to question them. Okay. Any doubts? Guys, any doubts?
That means
No, sir.
subject.
What exactly, Kalpana? You can ask the
That means in subject matter, auditor has to provide an opinion on the financial statements prepared by
financial
management,
statements.
or
Yes, yes, yes.
in report also, auditor provide an opinion.
In the report means nothing. The report means at the end of thought, we have to provide the opinion in the form of report. It
Okay,
has to be written. It can't be verbal.
okay. But in subject matter,
Okay.
it can be verbal.
No, 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 no. Every opinion is in the written format. Okay. Subject matter is referring to financial statements, which means that as a practitioner, we have to provide a proper opinion on the subject matter, that is a financial statements. So we are actually auditing the subject matter called financial statements. Understood?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, great. Any doubts? Can you guys please go through it? Just go through it, okay? Any doubts so far? Can I continue now?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Sorry, sir, my laptop got discharged. That's why I left the meeting. No issues. Now, the next area is called the stakeholders and the relationships. So, I told you, stakeholders are the people who exactly shows interest in what the company does. There are different types of stakeholders for a company. Like the internal stakeholders are there, connected stakeholders are there, and external stakeholders are there. The internal stakeholders, we used to say the employees of the company, the management of the company, etc. My question is that what exactly is the interest of employees of a company? You have to think like an employee. So what exactly is your interest?
Job security,
Good point.
Increase in
Then
salaries and
what?
bonuses,
Increase in salary and bonuses. Then
better appraisal,
a better appraisal is a good answer. Great. Next.
Exposure,
motivation,
Great.
Whether the company is working as a going concern concept.
Whether like yeah, that's for sure. Like to some extent, okay, we may think like that, but ultimately we always will be get happy whenever we are actually getting paid, right?
exposure,
Exposure, good answer. Yeah, so as an employee,
Positive
we'll be
work
having
environment.
different types of what exactly, Charvi?
Positive work environment.
Good. Yeah,
sir. Sir,
very
I
nice answer.
also have a doubt, and I also
Yeah,
have a
you may please
opinion.
ask.
So sometimes employees have ASOPs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they would also want that if the prices of the shares go up, the value of their ASOPs will also go up. And they'll also be
Hmm.
interested in working and aligning themselves with the interests of the company. So that the company operates operates more better,
So the company operates
more
more
better.
better. That's a employee motivation case you are speaking. I'm talking about small employees, like the newly joined employees in a company, like those who doesn't get shares of the company. Basically speaking, we are actually living to get a salary hike, job security, etc., etc. Now, tell me what exactly is the interest of customer?
They would also want that the goods that are provided or the services that are provided by the companies, which
Yeah, like,
they are of
yeah,
better
they will be
quality.
concerned about the quality of the services they are getting, right?
Yes, sir.
Quality of the services, the amount they have to pay, etc., right?
Or about the relations that they are maintaining with the companies. Sometimes there are so many companies which do not maintain a good connection with with their customers, and customer is just like a god for the company. And
Sure.
sometimes when they maintain a connection with customer like to revisit the companies for the better services.
Great, great. Yes, yes, yes. Great answer. Now talk about the supplier perspective, supplier point of view. The supplier is the one who actually gives the materials for credit, right? So suppliers will be thinking whether company will pay them in a correct manner or not. Like, the payable days. It's a very important thing which you have learned in the FR paper.
Yes, sir.
What was the equation of payable days?
So you asking about the average collection period?
Yes,
Average collection period.
I remember.
Yeah, I
I'm
remember.
just
It's
saying.
just slipping out of my mind right now.
Huh?
I remember that. I did.
Uh-huh.
payable
Trade
divided by
payable
cost
divided
of
by credit
365
purchase
cost
into
into
of goods.
365 in terms of days.
Average payable divided by credit purchases into 365. Sometimes instead of credit purchases, we
Credit
can take
sales.
cost of sales.
Cost of
Some
sales.
cost of sales are there if there is no credit purchases. Okay, that's a good thing. When it comes to government, the government and other regulators will be looking whether we are actually following proper rules and all. Are we complying with proper laws and regulations, etc. So different people, for example, when it comes to bank, the bank is the one who actually provide us this loan and all. So bank will be looking whether company is having a proper capacity to pay back the amount, etc. So different people will be having different interest in the company. The stakeholders can be external, stakeholders can be internal. However, different people will be having different interest in the company. When it comes to shareholders, the shareholders will be thinking about profit, 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 profit. Hmm? Customers thinking about the quality of the services. Suppliers thinking about the trade payables. Hmm? The government thinking about whether company is following all the rules and regulations. So different people will be having different interests in the company. That is where we are actually going to discuss about some of the key terms like accountability, stewardship, and agency. So the first term is called accountability. The shareholders are the owners of the company. But do you think shareholders can come to office every day, work 24/7? No, it is not possible. The shareholders of the company doesn't have time for that. So they will be appointing the directors to look the company behalf of them. So the directors of the company is responsible to shareholders for all their action. So that is called accountability. The directors are responsible to shareholders. The directors have to look after the company behalf of the shareholders. The first term is called accountability. Who is accountable? The management is accountable to whom? Management is accountable to shareholders. They have to look after the company. The first area. Second area talks about the stewardship. The stewardship means what? For example, I'm actually giving my dog to Kalpana. And I'm saying, Kalpana, I have to take care of the dog for 1 week. Now, Kalpana have to take care the dog, for me. Now, Kalpana is having a stewardship. She is responsible for taking care of my dog. So, likewise, when it comes to a company, the directors of the company is responsible to taking care of shareholders' property. That is called stewardship, looking after. The Kalpana have to look after my dog for a while. The same goes for company also. Directors are responsible for taking care of shareholders' property. Accountability means directors are accountable, responsible to shareholders for their actions. If the director is doing something messy, then director is liable for that. Director is answerable. Okay. Next one talks about the stewardship. The stewardship is very easy. Directors are responsible for taking care of what? The shareholders' property. And next one talks about the agency relationship. I told you the shareholders of the company doesn't have time to engage in 24/7 activities. So they'll be appointing directors. And the relationship between agent and directors, agent and principal. I'm saying the directors are the agents and principals are the shareholders. And the relationship between the principal and agent is called agency relationship. In a company, the principal is a shareholder and director is the agent. And their relationship is called agency relationship. Here, the agent is called director. The director want to achieve the objective of the principal. The principal is called the shareholders. So directors will be working behalf of whom? On behalf of the shareholders. Sometimes the director's objective and the shareholder's objective will be different and it will create some problems. And those problem is called the agency problem. When there is a problem between the agent and principal, it is called agency problem. So accountability, directors are accountable to shareholders for the actions. Stewardship is what we have to look after someone's property for a while. So when it comes to a company, directors are responsible for taking care of shareholders' property. Then come agency, directors act on behalf of what? Shareholders. Directors are agents and shareholders are the principals. And the relationship is called agency relationship. And the issue between them is called agency problem. And different stakeholders of the company will be having a different interest. The first one we discuss about the assurance. Assurance is nothing, it is where expert of a particular subject matter gives an independent opinion on the subject matter. And then we have discussed about the elements of assurance engagement, the criteria, a report, evidence, subject matter, and the three parties. So these are the topic we have discussed so far. Any doubts?
Yes, I have a doubt. Can I ask?
Me. Sure.
So, I can't understand the difference between the stewardship and agency.
Stewardship and
Agency.
Same doubt.
okay. Okay. One second. See, the difference between stewardship and agency is very simple. When it comes to stewardship, we are actually taking care of something. See, when it comes to a company, the directors, what exactly directors do? Directors are acting as a caretaker. They are trusted to look after the resources of the business on behalf of the owners. And the focus is on accountability, showing how the resources were exactly used. When it comes to agency, the managers, directors act behalf of the shareholder. Here, the focus is on the relationship between the principal and agent, including the possible conflict of interest and how the goals are being aligned. That's it. When it comes to agency relationship, the directors are actually working to achieve the objective of the shareholder. When it comes to stewardship, what exactly happens? They're actually taking care of the company behalf of the shareholder. That's the difference. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, so agency is a wider term as compared to stewardship, or are they on the same?
Like you're asking whether stewardship and agency are the same, right?
Yes, sir.
See, agency and stewardship are not that much same. There are some differences. When it comes to stewardship, what exactly happening is that when it comes to stewardship, what exactly happening is very easy. It's all about the accountability. Like the managers act like a trustee or a caretaker, and they have to properly show how the resources are being used. When it comes to agency, the thing is that it's all about the relationship between the owners and managers and how to control, how to manage the conflict of interest. So we can't able to completely say both stewardship and agency are the same. No, they are not the same.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. Sure. Guys, can you please read this area? I have shared my PDF in the group. Okay, please read, guys. Hmm. A very easy topic, not that much difficult. Okay, are you feeling it difficult, guys?
No, sir.
Not yet.
Easy, right? And kindly inform me when exactly you are done with that. Okay. Is my pace okay? Are you able to follow me?
Done, sir.
Great, great. No. No. I'm actually going to discuss about two types of assurance. There are mainly two types of assurance. The first one is called a reasonable assurance, and second one is called unlimited assurance. The first one is called a reasonable assurance, and second one is called unlimited assurance. Think of like two people doing the audit. The one guy is very hardworking, very good at the work. He is performing all the tasks in a very good manner. The second person is quite lazy. He is not that much interested in the work. He is only trying to complete the work in a very easy manner. So I'm actually calling the first guy is Mr. A and second person is Mr. B. The A is working the audit in a very good manner. He is collecting all the evidences. He is performing all the work in a very good manner. He is gathering all the evidences. He is controlling all the systems of the company. He is getting all the outputs. He is working in a very 100% manner. When it comes to B, the B guy is very lazy. The B guy is not working in a that much manner. He is only gathering only very few evidences, and whatever he says, the company people can't able to trust that much. Like those people are like, can we able to trust a guy that manner? So, which person you prefer? Whose opinion you guys will value?
Person A.
Mr. A.
Person A.
Person A. Why exactly? Because person A is exactly doing the work in a very good manner. When it comes to person B, he is not doing the work in that kind of manner. So the opinion given by person A is called a reasonable assurance, where the person A will be gathering a sufficient appropriate evidence. What was the term? A sufficient appropriate evidence, which means he'll be gathering the evidence in terms of quantity and also in terms of quality. And also, he'll be performing the audit work in a very detailed manner. So the evidences he is gathering is more reliable. He is performing all the test of controls. He is performing all the substantive procedure. Now there is a new term called, it is called substantive procedure. What do you mean by substantive procedure? What is called substantive procedure? Any idea?
Transactions have some substance in them that they are
No,
reasonable.
no. Substantive procedure, we have to learn substantive procedure at the end of the paper itself for 20 marks. Substantive procedure is a method we are doing to obtain the evidences. Okay. Hmm. Like I told you, if the client is saying they bought a property, substantive procedure means we have to inspect the documents. Those are substantive procedures. So the person A is doing all the items in a very good manner. Test of controls. Test of controls means we are actually evaluating whether the internal controls of the client is good or not. Let me explain. Like, I think many of you people have traveled in the metro. So when it comes to metro, there is this ticket systems, where we can able to scan with the QR code. So why exactly those kinds of systems are there? Because each QR code represents each customer. So the QR code will only allow people who took the ticket. And also we can able to properly record the revenue in correct manner. There won't be any kind of mistakes. So as an auditor, I want to properly check, okay, whether the revenue is recorded in a very good manner, whether the system will be testing all the QR code in a very correct manner, and that is called test of controls. As an auditor, I have to perform it. So the first one is called a reasonable assurance, where we are actually working in a very 100% manner. The opinion we are actually giving is a quite bit positive. We say that, okay, remember the term subject matter conforms to suitable criteria in all the aspects, which means we say the FS is true and fair. That's a positive opinion. Okay, we say FS is true and fair. We haven't noticed anything unusual. That's it. Our opinion will be FS is true and fair. It's a quite positive. People like it because we're doing the work in a very good manner. Okay. Any doubts?
Sir, I have this doubt in the positive opinion part. So, uh, like, so what are they telling us? Does the auditor give out only positive opinions? Ki, okay, the financial statements are doing all right, everything's good about it, or is it that there are also cons? Like, I didn't understand that part.
Like you're asking when it comes to positive opinion, are we always give us a good opinion, right?
Yeah, because that's not right, is it?
No, not that manner. Positive opinion means based on the work I have performed. Okay.
So who is giving the positive opinion?
Like the positive, no, doesn't imply the term positive means the FS is good and all. Like not in that manner. Like it depends on the work we have performed. Like as an auditor, we have completely performed the work in a very good manner. We have gathered all the evidences. So that is why we are actually giving in a positive opinion. Not saying the client is bad. The opinion from my side is very much good. That's it. The auditor
Ah,
here
right.
gathers
Okay,
enough
understood.
appropriate evidences to conclude the financial statements is free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or other. It doesn't mean we are actually giving a 100% guarantee.
One more thing, sir. So who judges it that they if it's like positive or negative? Because
The
no one will
management
say
itself.
that they're okay. So the management is judging them, right?
Yes.
So because you have like listed reasonable and limited assurance differently, and limited assurance have negative opinion, right? So
Yeah.
if there is something scammy going on in the management, do you think that they will actually ever tell them that the opinion is positive? Like, I'm very much confused. Because imagine if
Uh,
I'm an auditor and I'm doing everything
hmm,
right, which turns out to be bad for the company, will they ever
hmm.
say that the opinion is right? Am I?
That doesn't come under opinion. It comes under some self-interest threats exactly. We are aligning with them. That's a whole different league.
Okay, maybe when
Okay.
we come to the negative part, I'll get it better.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So that's about the limited assurance there. So that's very easy. So once again, let me explain that. The first one is called a reasonable assurance here. The reasonable assurance means auditor is almost sure all the accounts are correct. We are actually performing the audit work in a very good manner. We properly check all the samples. It's we are actually giving a proper high level of confidence. Now, next one talks about the limited assurance. What's the term? Unlimited assurance. So here, I told you the auditor is not performing that much amount of. Mm. Auditor is less checking all the accounts and all. And if he sees something unusual, he's not even testing them. He's like, okay, I'm leaving it. Hmm? And that kind of work is very bad. It will create a bad impression. Reasonable assurance state a positive impression when it comes to limited assurance. It will create a bad impression for the management. Like They're looking at the person. I'm paying a huge amount of audit fee for this guys, and they're not even doing the work in a very proper manner. It's completely bad. And the opinion given by him, I can completely trust that opinion because he's not even doing the work in a very good manner. He's not doing proper substantive procedure. He's not testing the controls and all. Like from his side, like the work is quite unsatisfactory. The work he's performing is only inquiry. Inquiry means I'm just asking to my client Priyanka, Kunal, okay, can you please confirm whether the customer paid the amount? And they will say yes, it's okay, it's done. That's it. I'm saying okay, everything is perfectly fine. See, in the real world, if Priyanka or Kunal is saying okay, the customer have paid the amount, I have to look for the evidences. Here in the limited assurance, as an auditor, I'm not even confirming it. I'm saying, okay, done. No issues. Or the next one, we can even compare the last year results with current year. That is called analytical review. It's all about comparison and all about a review, inquiring with the people. I'm not going to, bank information or any kind of bank statements, nothing. I am just having a word from the client side. I am happy with that. That kind of work is not good. As an auditor, I can't able to accept whatever my client says. No, I have to think beyond that. I have to properly obtain a proper evidences. I have to perform the work in a very detailed manner. So these kinds of work will create a negative impression. And the opinion is quite negative. And how exactly we are giving in the FS? We are saying that in the FS, nothing has come to our attention to believe that the FS is not correct. That is a way we'll be giving the opinion. So first one, positive matter, we'll be giving a true and fair opinion. In negative matter, okay, we will say, okay, nothing has come to our attention to say that the FS is not correct. That's it. The reasonable assurance is perfectly fine, perfectly good. The work is superb. The work is very good. When it comes to limited one, what exactly happening? The work is not that good. The auditor is not that work ethic. That's it. The types of assurance. Okay. Any doubts?
Yes, I have a doubt. Can I ask?
Please ask me. Yes.
So even if the auditor is working very hard, he has gathered all the information, but sometimes the management, they cannot cooperate. Even they'll be reluctant to provide full information, and they'll be also
Okay. Then, as an auditor, we can take the actions in the real life and road. If the management stop us to give the information, we can even stop the audit for a while. We can inform the matter to our audit partner. The audit partner will be discussing the matter with the management. And if the management is still refusing, we can call off from the engagement. We don't have to continue the work because if the client is providing us evidence, then only we can able to carry forward.
okay, sir. So, sir, what kind of
Okay.
assurance would it be? Reasonable or limited?
No, when it comes to those assurance, it will be a reasonable assurance because from our side, we are not doing anything bad.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's it. Hmm?
Could you explain the analytical review in the limited assurance?
It's nothing, it's nothing like analytical review is all about comparing our current year results with the last year results.
Okay.
Comparisons. Maybe comparing our result with the competitors or comparing our last year with current year. That is called analytical review. Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay.
And next one is absolute assurance. When it comes to auditing and all, we won't be going through all the transaction which happened in the current year because we don't have that much amount of time, first of all. So what exactly we'll be doing is that we'll be only selecting samples. Now, we can't able to go through all the transaction because, for example, let's take a example of a hotel, a restaurant. It's a company, a listed restaurant. So when it comes to a restaurant, a daily approximately 200 customers will come and go. 100 to 200 customers based on the city they're operating. So do you think 200 into 365, approximately it will be how much? It will be a huge amount of number, right? It will be 60,000 transactions in a year. Do you think, as an auditor, it is possible for us to go through all the 60,000 transactions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
It will take too much amount of time, right? Too much amount of money, right? So, as an
sir.
auditor, we'll be only selecting samples. If we are going through all the transaction and we are giving an assurance here, that is called absolute assurance. That is 100% assurance, which can never be provided because it is not possible for us to go through all the transaction in the company due to time and cost. So remember the term called absolute assurance. It happens when we go through all the transaction, which is not possible. Okay.
So can it be also due to human limitations? Because after all, auditor is also an human.
Yeah. There. We can't say it's impossible to go through all the transactions. Sometimes some people are stubborn. Practically not possible. Okay. Now, next one, we are actually talking about expectation gap. We're actually going to talk about something called expectation gap. Let me take it that in a very simple manner. Uh, our Indian parents are the very best example for expectation. Mm. They want to get a proper job at this age period. They want to get us married at this age period. They want to get everything in a very perfect manner at this age period. But as a child, we won't be able to, you know, reach their expectation. Hmm. Right? Many Indian parents want us to be in IIT or clear JEE something and etc. etc. So as a child, we are not able to do what we are not able to achieve their expectation. So the same goes in audit also. So it is called expectation gap. Expectation gap is a gap between what the public believes auditor do and what exactly actually the auditors perform. So the public will be believing auditor want to do all the things in a company. But as an auditor, we won't be performing all. And the difference is called expectation gap. So expectation gap is very simple. It's a gap between what the public believes auditors do and what exactly the auditor actually do. And we are having three types of gap. The first one is called the standard gap. The first one is called what? The first one is called the standard gap. So what exactly is called the standard gap? Ever heard about the standard gap? Guys, I know like it is 7:30 almost. Uh, Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'll be giving a break right after completing these topics. Okay. So my question is that what exactly is called this, standard gap? Like the stakeholders and public believes that as an auditor, you have to review all the transaction within the business. But in reality, hmm, the auditor will only select some samples from the population to detect the material errors and fraud. So basically speaking, what exactly happening? The public believes that if the company is having a 10,000 transaction, they have to go through 10,000 transaction. But in reality, the auditor will be only checking a few transaction that is called sampling. That is called a sampling. That's the first area. Second one is called performance gap. The performance gap is very easy. As an auditor, we have to perform the work as per proper ISA standards. ISA means International Standards on Audit. If the auditors are actually performing the work below those standards, then it is called performance gap. So, as an auditor, we have to properly follow the rules and regulations no matter what. If we are not following that up to the limit, if we are actually performing or conducting the audit below the required standards or not based on ISA, it is called performance gap. This is also called negligent audit. Remember the term negligent audit. What exactly is the term? The term is called very easy. The term is called negligent audit. The performance gap is often called as negligent audit. It is very simple. As an auditor, we have to properly follow all the ISA standards and rules and regulations. If we are not following that, it is called performance gap. The performance gap is also called negligent audit. Okay. The first one talks about the standard gap. Second one talks about the negligent audit or the performance gap. And last one talks about the liability gap. The liability gap is very simple. This is where the public doesn't understand who the auditors are legally liable to. The stakeholders and public expects the auditors are liable to all the stakeholders of a company. But in reality, the auditors are only answerable or only liable to the shareholders of the company. Once again, the liability gap is very simple. The public believes that the auditor is responsible to all the people, all the stakeholders. But in reality, the auditor is only liable to whom? Only liable to the shareholders of the company. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So, once again, expectation gap is a gap between what the public believes and auditors do when they actually do. There are different types of expectation gap. The first one is called standard gap. The stakeholders and public believes that auditors review all the transaction within the business, but the auditor will only select some samples from population and to detect the material fraud and errors. When it comes to performance gap, the auditors adhere or auditor follow to ISA standards, and if they are performing or conducting the audit below the required standards or not based on ISA, it is called negligent audit. Next one talks about the liability gap. This is where the public doesn't understand who the auditors are legally liable to. The stakeholders and public believes that the auditors are responsible to all the stakeholders. In reality, the auditors are only responsible to shareholders of a company. Any doubts?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
I just want to know who will check whether the auditor is performing on the basis of ISA standards.
Mhm. See, when it comes to an audit, we'll be having a audit captain, a team leader. It is called the partner. Then we have audit manager, audit senior, audit staff, etc. The audit engagement partner's responsibility is to properly supervise the people, how exactly they're doing. Are they following the rules and regulations? Are they completing the audit work in proper time period and all? So there will be people who will be there to properly monitor and supervise our task and all. They'll be reviewing our works and all. So it's a team activity which is happening there, which involves a proper planning, a proper monitoring, a proper reviewing of work, etc. So nothing will be going unnoticed. So everything will be taken care of. If we are actually not following a proper rules and regulations, our partner, our engagement partner, will be warning us, will be giving us a chance. We have to perform the audit in that manner. As an auditor, we have to properly follow rules and all. It's a code of conduct. Okay.
But
Ask me, Kalpana, you are mute. Now what happened to you? Am I audible? Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kalpana, am I audible to you, Kalpana? I think she's facing some difficulty from her side. No, Kalpana, like from my side, I think my network connection is key. No. I think my network connection is perfect, right? Like any doubts, like anything else, it's okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what exactly is the advantage and disadvantage of audit? The advantage and disadvantage of audit. So, so far, like we've been talking for the past 1.5 hours. I want you guys to tell me the answer for that. The advantage and disadvantage of audit.
Sir, it increases the reliability of the financial statements. The
It,
stakeholders can easily rely
yes,
on someone who's not from the insider, who's not an insider, because the insiders can easily manipulate their financial statements. And if the expression or the explanation come from an outsider, because external auditors, as you said, are independent, so their opinions matter the most.
their opinion matters the most. Okay. Uh, any other suggestions? Any other suggestions? No response. Guys, I'm asking to you. Nothing else. The first advantage is that the investors can able to rely on the financial statements. Hmm? The first one, the investors can able to believe in the financial statements. They can follow on the financial statements. Imagine you're actually putting money into Infosys or TCS. You don't personally go and check their accounts. Instead, you are relying on the financial statements because auditors have verified them. This properly builds our confidence for the investors. Then, second point, we can able to say the management can verify that their system are sound, which means a company like Reliance runs a thousands of transactions daily. The audit highlights if their systems for billing, recording, approval are working properly. It's like a healthy checkup for the business. Third point, we can able to say the audit will reduce the chance of fraud. Hmm. There was a scam called Satyam scam. Back in 2009. Something Satyam scam happened. So in Satyam scam, the fraud was identified because the auditors and regulators started questioning unusual entries. If the auditors are taking the items in a serious, the management properly knows, okay, they can't able to make the people fool. So the advantage of audit, we can able to reduce the chance of fraud. Then if you are actually doing, the people will believe that, okay, the company is perfectly fine. So it is easy for the company to properly rise the finances. Then the auditors can able to properly identify the weakness, where exactly we have to improve. Then we can able to improve the quality, reliability and credibility of the company. Or in short, I can able to say the audited accounts are trusted by the shareholders, bank, government, and even by the public. But there are some limitations. Now, talk about the limitation. Talk about the limitation.
Sir, audit is, as we have discussed earlier, that audit is reasonable or it is limited. It is not absolute.
Sir, it
It's not
is not
possible, first of all.
100% checked.
Is it possible to check 100%?
Actually, basically, sample testing, it is based on sample testing, not 100% data check.
Correct, correct. So, first of all, maybe the main limitation of audit, I can able to say the audit is quite expensive and will take more time and money. That's a point. The first point, that's a good point. Maybe other point I can able to say the judgment and estimate. Audit requires more judgment and estimates. See, the financial statements are not 100% exact. They include estimate. For example, depreciation. Like there is no proper rule that say we have to follow RBM method or we have to follow SLM method to evaluate us. Depreciation is just an estimate on how much an asset loses the value. Provision. The provision created by the company is an example of estimation. Hmm? What's the standard for estimation? What is the standard for estimation?
37.
No, that is for provision.
Oh,
There is a standard called change in accounting policy, estimates and errors.
oh yes.
Think IAS 8. Okay,
Yes.
IAS 8 change in accounting policies, estimate errors. Accounting policy has to be treated in retrospective manner. Change in accounting estimate in prospective manner and errors in what manner? Retrospective manner. So the first one is called, it is based on the judgment estimation. The next one talks about that the evidence is quite persuasive. It is not conclusive, which means that the auditors can't always get 100% proof. They collect the evidence that is convincing for them, but not absolute. That's a limitation there. And also, the auditors are actually performing sampling, right? So the auditor doesn't check every single transaction. They will only check a sample. For example, there are 10,000 sales invoices. Maybe the auditor will be checking 200 samples. There is always a chance of some errors which we will miss during the sample check. It happens. Then we can say high reliance on management representation. In some areas, the auditor have to trust what the management says. For example, the management says that a case in court is likely to cost 50,000. The auditor has to rely on that thing. Hmm? We are not having any other options. Even if you are actually calling the lawyer, maybe sometimes it won't be possible. So sometimes you have to trust on the management. Then there will be internal control limitation. Even if the company has good internal control, no system is perfect. For example, two employees might still collude to commit fraud and escape the detection. Have you heard about segregation of duties before? The concept of segregation of duty.
No, sir.
Uh, Segregation of duty is very simple, which means, for example, what happens? Same person is there in HR and payroll. For example, Kalpana is there in HR and payroll. So, what exactly is the risk of that? What exactly happens, Kalpana?
Can you please
I will,
repeat?
I will not deduct my salary for
See,
late means.
Kalpana is exactly working in HR and payroll at the same time. So, what exactly happens?
She'll increase her salary and
There,
also her colleague's salary.
She, yeah, maybe she will increase her salary.
there will
She
be a
will
possibility I
appoint,
will not.
maybe she will appoint her friends to the job role. Sometimes she will even create a fictitious employee who doesn't even exist in real life. So those kinds of risks will happen, right? So it is always better to appoint two persons in HR and in payroll department to avoid these kinds of problems. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Done.
sir.
And that's our chapter, chapter number one, which mainly talks about the assurance. I hope it was a easy chapter.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Now, I'm giving you a total of 10 minutes. Not 10 minutes. Just take 5 minutes, huh? Something. Just go through the topics and come back. Hmm? Just read chapter number one. Then we'll be going for a break. After that, hopefully, we can able to start our next chapter. Hmm? Today we'll be covering two chapters. Okay, please, please go to chapter number one once again. Thank you. Hello all. Am I audible to you? It's 8 o'clock approximately. Is it done? The
Yes, sir.
chapter. It was a very easy chapter, right? Not that much difficult. A very easy chapter, I hope. Any
Yes,
doubt
sir.
so far, please ask me.
सर एक्सटर्नल स्टेक होल्डर्स में एक टर्म है शेयर होल्डर एंड पोटेंशियल शेयर होल्डर
Hmm.
कैन यू प्लीज इलेबोरेट द डिफरेंस अमंग देम
For example, I am a person who actually invested in a company. I am called a shareholder. You are the person who is exactly going to invest in the company. You haven't invested, you are going to invest. You are the potential shareholder.
गॉट इट सर थैंक्स
Welcome. Guys, I think we can go for a small break. I think 10 minutes break is okay for you, right? Hmm? So pay back by 8, 11. Now it is 8, no, 8, 12. Now it is 8, 2. So be back by 8, 12. Okay. Take a break. Yes, Kalpana, you can ask. Oh man, that is something around what there is a term called letter to management. Manage, are you referring to management letter? Yes, Kalpana. See, the
Sir,
letter to management is, yeah, the letter to management is same as the management letter. It is written by the auditor to the management. And the purpose is to tell the management about the weakness of internal controls, mistakes, or things that can be improved. For example, if the auditor finds a cash is not counted properly, they write in the management letter and suggesting the improvement. It is not the opinion on the financial statement. It's a advice to the management. That's it. The letter to management is a private advice to the management about the internal controls and improvement. Auditor's report is a public opinion in the financial statement for the shareholders, investors, and all. That's it. Like the management letter is kind of like a friendly advice, which is private. Auditor's report is a official judgment, which is public.
okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Sure. Can we start now? Only 18 people are there. What happened to the rest of the people? I'm just waiting for others to join. How was your day, guys? Yeah, you can speak, Kalpana.
It was pretty good.
Ah, the day was good.
It
Good.
was nice.
I was just waiting for the class today because it is first class of AA and I am little get bored in the theory chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, was very excited to attend it.
Sir, actually, I
Yes,
think that
exactly.
audit, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, you can speak, no issues.
No, no, please go on.
So actually, I thought that as an audit, it's an as compared to all other subjects, FR, FM, or
Hmm.
PM, it is it is all theory subject. So I thought that it would be difficult for me because in any other practical subject, you can easily do practices or you can do all other things. But audit, I used to think that it would be more technical. Obviously, there are so many terms, but you have made it so easy for us. So I'm pretty much excited to go on.
Yeah, thank you for the feedback.
Me too, sir.
Yeah, sure, no issues.
How was your day, sir? How are you feeling the first day?
Yeah, how am I feeling the first day? For me, the past week has been very hectic because last week I was completely, got with fever and cough and all. So this week I had this effect of this fever and all. And talking about my schedule, first of all, it's very hectic. I'm currently taking approximately 7 patches. I'm taking four audit papers this time, four audit papers and two SDL paper and one financial accounting paper. So it's quite messy, online classes, offline classes, having many meetings and yesterday, my mother's mother, my grandmother, got serious and she is admitted in the hospital. She's in ventilator. So it's all about traveling. It's all about, it's completely like what to say, stressed out. But I'm not feeling any tired in that. Whenever I'm taking classes, I'm like this. Today, I had like 3 sessions. It started from the morning 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I was taking BT for VGLD. Then from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., I took the paper financial accounting. for our institution. And right now I am taking your classes, 6 to 9 p.m. After this, I have to go to city again. So it's a busy day. Tomorrow also it's going to be the same routine. And it's actually
A very
great.
hectic
Like
schedule.
Your
a very
grandma.
hectic.
Oh, sorry. Please go on.
Yeah, if you ask me if it is a very hectic schedule, yeah, it's a hectic schedule, but I'm used to it. In the hospital there are other people there to support. My cousins are also there. But classes are like completely busy, and I also like being busy because whenever I feel doing nothing, I feel stupid because even if I'm taking holidays also, I used to take like two days maximum, 2 3 days. If it is more than that, I feel lack of purpose at all. So I need some purpose to do. That's it. I also, go on holidays and there, but I prefer work a lot. I like it.
So can I ask you little like something apart of the studies I want to ask?
Yeah, you can ask.
As you were working for EY for around 2 years, and
I
then
was working. Yes, I
yeah,
resigned from EY. Yeah.
yeah. So basically now I'm also looking for a job. I've given interview with Big Four company and soon, hopefully in fingers crossed, like might join from September last week or October 1st. Could you give some tips to how to manage both? Because lecture was on Saturday, Sunday online and
Normally speaking, yeah, let me clarify that when it comes to EY and all the thing, first of all, the work schedule is very important. That always prefer for morning shift, which
uh,
normally start from 8:30 a.m. in the morning to 6:30 p.m. So don't work after 6:30. You have to properly maintain a work life. And after 6:30, you prefer to study the paper audit and all. So always keep that timing. You have to properly notify that to the managers and all. You have to properly update that in your team and all. Like I'll be available from morning 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. That manner.
okay. So because the shift is around like 10 to 7 and then I have to travel around along. But traveling takes 1 way 2 hours.
Uh, in the EY and all, the thing is that we only have to go to office twice in a week. It is not mandatory for us to go to office all the week. No, not mandatory.
Okay.
Yes.
For all audit roles, or is it like specific?
In many corporates, they actually promote the work from home option. Uh, it's only mandatory for us to visit the offices like once or twice in a week. In all the EVGDS, it is like that.
Right. Okay. And I hope your grandma just gets well soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. She's having some Parkinson's and she is same for like past 2 3 years. So we are used to it. But managing all the things is quite difficult. I'm in my home right now as I'm speaking. I have my father is there and my grandmother, my father's mother is here. So, like, after this, I'll be good there. Yeah, no issues. Now, let's start our next chapter.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir,
Uh, can you please can you please tell your name? I can't call you Vivo.
sorry, sir, I forgot to change my name. My name is Shenaz.
Yeah, hi, Shanas.
Sir, actually, after FR, which subject is better, sir? Double A or PM?
Double A, double A.
Okay. Why
Like,
not PM, sir?
why not PM? PM is entirely different paper because the double A require FR knowledge, especially standards like IAS 16, IAS 38, IAS 37, those standards. So, a standard knowledge is good for double A. Uh, that talking about myself, like I have done FR, then I have done tax and FM, then I have done PM and double A together For me, it was a
Okay,
different
sir.
term. But normally speaking, I used to, say to my students, it is better to take double A after FR.
Okay, sir.
That's it.
And after AA, what should we opt?
After AA, you can go with FM, financial management.
Yes, yes. Sir, is it necessary to have a good typing speed for a
It
double?
is, when it comes to double A, it is, yeah, you should be having a pretty good typing speed. Not a pro like a medium is enough. That's why I recommend you guys to install WhatsApp in your laptop. Start texting with the people in the WhatsApp from the laptop because you can able to go typing speed more than anything.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question one. Only one question.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, typing mistake is also will also deduct our marks.
Like what mistakes? Spelling mistakes?
Spelling mistakes.
Uh, to some extent, no. If your answer is completely with spelling mistake, okay, there is a possibility. Small mistakes can be ignored.
And sir,
Thanks.
one general question. I mean, not related
Yeah,
to the
please.
topic. Sir, so
Yeah.
I was thinking. So we are going to appear for the December exam, right? So do you
Mhm.
have any estimation on when the syllabus will be completed, or will whether we'll have any extra classes or not? Just an estimation, so that
I
I
will
can
try to
plan
complete the
things.
syllabus by by the start of the November, approximately before 10th. I will try to complete the syllabus maximum.
Oh, before 10th
10th
of
of the
November.
November.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I will push that a lot. Okay. I will also may have some classes in the weekdays also to complete the paper. Because I want you guys to practice many mock exams as much as you can. Mock practice is very important. So I have to complete the paper by 10th of November because your examination will be on the first week of December. Hmm? You should be having at least 20 days of study time.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Sure, welcome. Now we can
Sir,
start
can
our
you
chapter.
please
Yeah,
share the paper pattern
the paper pattern, like what exactly?
for finals, sir?
For finals, I didn't get it.
Paper pattern, sir, for the exam. Double A paper pattern.
The mock. Are you asking the mock pattern?
Yes, sir. Yes.
The mock is already been shared with the mentors and all. They'll be sharing with you. Right now, it's the first chapter. Like I'll be showing it later. Okay. You can
Okay,
able
sir.
to
Thank
find that from ACCA practice platform.
you. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So chapter number 2, auditing rules and regulations. So today we are actually going to look at very something very important. The rules and regulation that governs auditor. Why exactly? Because the people trust in the financial statements and their decisions are actually based on the auditor's opinion. And my question is that why there are rules for auditors? Let's imagine this. Suppose you're buying shares in a company. You will only invest if you can able to trust their accounts, right? But what if company is trying to hide their losses or try to overstate the profit? That is where the auditors step in. To make sure the auditors doesn't misuse his power, we are having a proper rules, a proper standards and ethics to guide them. Hmm? So now let's talk about these items in detail. The first area. The accounting profession introduce three things which are actually given here. The first one talks about harmonization of auditing procedure. See, Harmonization of auditing procedure is very easy. It is nothing. Making auditing methods similar across different countries. Hmm? If we are actually doing the audit procedure in India, the same applies for in UK, the same applies in US, the same applies in UAE, etc. It's like how the traffic rules are mostly same in everywhere. Red means we have to stop. Green means you can able to go. Second one, audit quality standards. We have to properly ensure the audit are done in a very high standard manner. For example, like restaurants follow a proper hygiene standards to properly guarantee the food safety. It matters. Then third one talks about stricter ethical code of conduct. The auditor must follow strong ethics. They have to stay independent and not get influenced by anything. See, when it comes to a football match, a referee in the football match has to be neutral. Like they should not support any other team. Hmm? They have to be independent. So likewise, the auditor also have to be independent no matter what. So first one, harmonization of audit procedure, making audit methods same in different countries. Second, audit quality standards, ensure the audit are done to a high standard. Uh, Third one, stricter ethical code of conduct. The auditors must follow strong ethics, stay independent, and not to get influence. That's it. Any doubts?
So can we say that
Sir, can you explain audit quality standards in more easy terms?
More easy terms. Okay. Actually speaking, let me introduce myself. So, first of all, let's talk about the harmonization. Harmonization is same audit methods everywhere. High audit quality standards means, as an auditor, as a management, they believe work has to be in a very perfect manner because the audit fee is quite bit higher we are actually charging from the people. When it comes to Qatar Airways, I still believe EY was someone exactly performed this Qatar Airways audit back in 2023 and 24. So, you know how much was the audit fee?
No, sir.
Approximately 25 crore. Approximately 25 crore was the audit fee. It was an amount EY asked from Qatar Airways. 25 crores. So people, Qatar Airways want the audit to be done in a very qualitative manner. So as an auditor, we have to perform the work in that kind of manner. Huh? Audit quality standards means like having a proper ISA standards for audit. Huh? The work has to be 100% neat. The harmonization means it's same way auditing everywhere. The stricter ethical code of conduct means the auditor must act honestly and independently. That it. Hmm. Think of like a traffic rule. If every driver follows their own style, the chaos may happen. But if you are having rules, the traffic moves safely and auditing works in the same way. That's it. Got it. Any doubts?
Indian essays, which Indian auditing standards are essays, and what we are studying in ACCA, ISAs, are they similar or
Yes,
they
yes.
differ?
No, they are different exactly.
They are
It's
different.
a body creating. It's a body we are creating. That is what we are actually going to discuss now. The international standard setters. Let me explain that in a very simple manner. Now let's see who makes a rule at the international level. The first one we are actually going to discuss is called IFA. International Federation of Accountants is a full term. It is like the United Nations of Accountants. It is like I'm referring like it is like the UN for the accountants. Like their main responsibility is to protect the public interest and strengthens the profession of the people. And these people create international code of ethics for accountants. Example, a auditor is tempted to accept the gift from the client. The IFAC ethics code guides them to avoid it. IFAC says that you should say no to it no matter what. So IFAC is International Federation of Accountants. So it protects the public interest and strengthens the profession. It creates a international code of ethics for whom? Code of ethics for the accountants. Next one talks about IASB, International Auditing and Assurance Standard Board. IAASB. The IAASB works under IFAC. These people creates ISA, the International Standard on Auditing. ISA. These are like the rule books of how to perform the audits. And they also monitors the audit quality by checking the audit file. For example, if one auditor in India and one in UK audit the same type of company, both have to follow same ISA rule so we can able to compare the results in a very easy manner. So IASB is a body which actually creates what? Which actually creates international standards on auditing. It's a rule book of how to perform the audit. So IFAC is International Federation of what? Federation of Accounts here. What exactly is the responsibility? The responsibility is to protect the public interest and strengthen the profession. It creates a code of ethics for whom? For the accountant. The IAASB is what? The International Auditing and Assurance Standard Board. Its work under IFAC issues ISA. These are the rule book to how to perform the audit. Now, in UK, we have the similar bodies. In UK, there is something called FRC. FRC is Financial Reporting Council. FRC is a IFAC level in UK. IFAC is international level. In UK, FRC is like the IFAC. And there is something called APB. APB is Auditing Practices Board, which is same like IAASB. So in UK level, for IFAC, we have FRC. For IASB, we are having APB. So FRC, Financial Reporting Council, APB, Auditing Practicing Board. That's it. Okay. Understood? Any
Yes,
doubts?
sir.
Any doubts? Okay, right?
Yeah, sir.
Are you guys bored? I've been talking for like past 2.5 hours, right? Blah 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 blah.
It's not boring.
Not boring. You guys had dinner.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No, what's so special?
The way of teaching.
Way of dealing. Oh, that's a nice answer, Kunal.
Concept.
I think the subject is itself very interesting. If you know,
Yeah.
like if you dwell on it, like of course there are more things that can be asked in the examination, but then again, at the end of the day, you need to be a knowledgeable person, and then you are doing a great
Yes.
job at it. So
Yeah,
it's
thank you
nice.
for that. Yeah, I was asking what special for dinner.
Okay. Still, I don't know actually.
Oh, hmm. Great, great. Now, let's talk about how these kinds of ISAs are actually made. Hmm. ISA don't just come out of nowhere. There is a proper process of developing ISA. The first of all, the expert will discuss and they will be debating the issue in a round table. And second, the exposure draft is being published. Exposure draft is like a trial version. The exposure draft is published to the exposure draft is published to the public, and we'll be taking the feedback from the public. Third step, we'll be reviewing all the comment from the people, and we'll be adjusting the draft. And last one, if the 2 by 3rd of IASP members approve it, it officially becomes a proper ISA. It's very simple. It's like making a new law. The first of all, the parliament debates it. Then public will be giving a proper opinion. Then finally, the government will be passing the law. So first of all, there is an expert discussion there. Second point, we will create a exposure draft. Third point, we'll be taking the comment of the people. We'll make a proper adjustment. Fourth point, if you are having a majority, it becomes a ISA. That is the method of preparing ISA. The first step, expert discussion. Second step, exposure draft is being published. Third step, the comments are reviewed. The fourth step, the 2 by 3rd of IASP members approves it. It officially becomes a ISA standard. Okay.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
what is the exposure draft?
Exposure draft is like a trial version. Okay. Yes. Now, next area. Next area, I'm talking about the audit requirements and eligibility. Who needs the audit? In UK, generally all the companies need the audit, but small companies can be exempt if they meet two out of the three conditions I'm actually going to say. In UK, commonly speaking, all the company required to do the audit, but the small companies can get an exemption from audit if two of the three conditions are actually going to satisfy. If the company is having a turnover below 10.2 billion, what is called turnover? The term called turnover,
Revenues.
Sales.
revenue. Yeah, sales. If the revenue is less than 10.2 million pound, okay, we can able to exclude ourselves from the audit. Second point, if the asset is below 5.1 million. And the third point, if the employee number is less than 50 also, we can able to get exempted from the audit. The first point, revenue less than 10.2 million. Second point, asset below 5.1 million. Third point, number of employees below 50. Revenue 10.2, asset 5.1, number of employees below 50. If two out of three conditions are being satisfied, the company can get an exemption from where? From the audit. Okay. For example, if a bakery has a turnover of 2 million, asset is only 1 million, and there is only 20 people there, it is exempted from the audit. But banks, insurance companies, stock market listed companies need an audit no matter how small they are. Because these companies are comes under more scrutinization. That's why. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Very easy, right?
why are there such weird numbers? What is 10.2 million?
दरवाजा ले
Why is
यार.
it not like
Whole
just,
numbers.
yeah, what is this weird number? So I have to remember
Actually,
it like this, that 10.2 for turnover, then half of it is like gross assets, then maybe like that.
no.
But it's kind of weird. Just give 10 million and 5 million, get over with it.
Maybe that's how the rule setters says that.
Yeah, probably.
Uh, maybe These are actually some of the thresholds which set by the European Unions and all. Maybe UK was actually a part of European Union before. So under other currencies, it was a whole number maybe.
Ah, right, right. After conversion, it became like not a whole number, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Sir, in India, what is the threshold limit?
Limit.
What is the limit in India?
In India, you are asking.
Yes, sir.
In India, it's actually in terms of crore. In India, all the companies registered under Company Act must get their accounts audited every year. There is no exemption like in UK. Even if it's a small private company, it still need a statutory audit. There is something called tax audit happens. If the business turnover is above 1 crore, we have to conduct the tax audit. In UK, small companies have audit exemption. In India, we doesn't have exemption for that. That's it.
Got it, sir.
Now we can go to next area, our very interesting area. Who can be the auditor? The eligibility. Not everyone can be an auditor. To qualify, the auditor has to be a member of a recognized qualifying body. Meaning is very simple. The person has to pass the professional examination like ACCA, CPA, or CA. So, if you want to be an auditor, ultimately speaking, if you want to have a signature power, you have to complete the professional examination. Like ACCA, CPA, and CA is very important. Okay. And second one, the auditor must be under a recognized supervisory body, which means someone has to check their work. Along with that, the auditor must not be an employee of the company they are auditing. Why exactly? Because that kills the independence. If I work as an accountant inside the company, I can't able to audit the same company. It's like the student is marking their own answer sheet. There is no independence down there. So, as an auditor has to be a member of what? He's a member of recognized qualifying body and must be under RSB. RSB means a recognized supervisory body, which means someone have to check their work. And third point, the auditor should not be an employee of the company they are auditing because that kills the independence. That's it. Okay.
Sir, so once we hire a
Yeah.
committee, no, not committee, once we get an auditor for ourselves, an external auditor. So imagine I'm an external auditor for some XYZ company. So next time, if they hire me again, will there be any independence? Because like I'm already familiar with the company.
No, actually speaking, there is a time limit there where we can able to audit for the 5 years. After that, it has to be rotated.
Ah, okay, understood.
Yes, that's it. I don't know why my sister is always texting me to order food.
Is she your elder sister or younger?
No, younger one. I'm the eldest one in my house.
Okay.
She is currently doing her engineering final year. I have a brother. He is actually doing his plus two commerce.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Yeah.
just typical sister things, I think. I do it too to my sisters.
My sister also.
Yeah.
Yes, we have walking wallets in our family.
Walking wallets. That's how you call them, walking wallets. Yeah. So yes, so you're talking about the eligibility criteria. So basically speaking, not everyone can be an auditor to qualify. We have to be a member of RQB, a recognized qualifying body, meaning we have to pass a professional examination like ACCA, ACA, and CPA. And we must be under a recognized supervisory body. Someone check their work and all, and must not be an employee of the company they are auditing because that will kill the independence. Okay. I'm actually from Kerala. I'm actually from Trivandrum, Suchita. And next one talks about the auditor's independence. Auditor's independence is the next area. Very small area. See, finally, auditors must always check their independence. Like if there is a personal relationship between the auditor and the client, like I'm actually auditing the company where actually my brother works. So I actually find some mistakes in that company, and I'm thinking if I submit the error, maybe what if it is going to affect my brother's job? Or I'm saying I'm having a business relationship between the company. For example, I'm having some shares in the company I'm actually going to audit. And during the audit, I find the company is trying to hide many kind of items and all. I know if I publish the items, the company's performance will decreases. My share value will be going down. I'm like, okay, maybe I should not try to expose the issue with the public. Sometimes the CEO is a close friend of mine for many years. Me and him are close buddies. There is too much amount of familiarities there. So I'm like, if I'm finding the mistake, it is going to affect my friend's position in the company. How can I able to bring this upon him? I feel bad for him because he's my best friend. So that is called familiarity. So as an auditor, I have to be independent. If there is any kind of ethical threat affecting my objectivity, my decision, I should always stay away from those things. That's it. Imagine a referee in football matches having a cousin as a player playing for the team. Can he give a fair decision? No. Same logic applies in audit also. It's always our mindset. It's always being independent, always being more straightforward, no matter what. That is a auditor's independence. Okay. So, in summary, the rules and regulation exist to protect the trust in financial reporting. IFAC and IASB set global rules. The countries like the UK have their own regulators. Not every company needs an auditing, but the public interest company always does. Only qualified independent profession can able to act as an auditor. Remember, the auditor's main responsibility is not just checking numbers, but protecting the public confidence in the business is a main responsibility. Hmm. I think that is enough for the day. We have other topics to complete, two more pages, which we can discuss tomorrow. I think my notes are comfortable for you to properly understand.
After the
I think this is enough for the day, right?
Sir,
Yeah, hi, Kunal.
sir, if you are appointed as an auditor in the company in which your brother works, is this satisfying the characteristic of being an independent auditor?
No, exactly, because whenever we are actually starting an audit, they'll be giving us a form, which is normally in online manner. They'll be asking all the details there. Are you having any kind of shares? Are you having close association with the company people? Are you having any personal relationship with the company employees and all? So, if it is yes, they will remove us from the audit. They will appoint extra replacement.
Okay, sir.
That's it.
Sir, could you repeat what you said
Yes.
last? My network went berserk for like good 2 minutes.
Like what exactly I said, I was talking about the auditor's independence. The auditor has always keep his independence no matter what. If he's having any kind of personal or business or any kind of familiar relationship with the client's company, he have to step back because it is actually going to affect the objectivity of the audit. He can't able to work in a very proper manner. He will try to hide the facts and all. That's why it is important for him to stay, independent.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome, sure. Any doubts so far?
No doubt, sir.
No doubts.
All good. All good.
Thank
Yes.
you so much, sir.
Hmm?
Thank
Sir, can you please also share Kaplan book?
Yeah, I will share the
Soft
Kaplan
copy.
text and all. Yeah, soft copy I will be sharing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome, sure. I'm sharing like the recent exam. Okay. Guys, if you are having any doubts, please to ask me. Okay.
Sir, if there are any doubts
Yes.
when like after the lectures, for example, today or tomorrow or in the weekdays, how do we reach out to you if
The
it's
I was
okay
not
for you?
supposed to I was not actually supposed to share my contact details. That's the thing. You can actually post that in the group. Whenever I having free times, I will respond to it. Okay,
Okay.
sure.
So I have a very small doubt.
Yes, please ask.
As you tell that audit standard has to there has to be a standardization of audit standards across the world. There has to be
Harmonization. Yes.
harmonization. So
Hmm.
across the world, there are so many countries according to the economy. So
Yes.
if I'll compare India with UK or any other developed nation or developing nation, so are the
Mhm.
standards that we are applying in today's time, essays, are they equal or they differ in some aspects? Because I have read I
Mm,
have a PDF in which I compared the essays and the ISS. The only difference was
uh,
there was no difference amongst them.
I will show that. There is a separate course I have. Uh, This is a This is a course I have developed, International Corporate Accounting. It's a course which mainly talks about some of the key areas. I have developed this course for this BCom students and all, like those who are not actually coming to ACCA, CMA, US and all. It's perfect. It's like here, I have blended the IAS standards with the respective Indian standards, and also the same standard apply for CMA, USS and all. So, how
Uh,
exactly accounting treatment works in different areas, a comparison of the standards across different countries. So, normally speaking, all the accounting standards in different countries are quite same, but not completely same. There are some small differences in that.
but actually, I was
Okay.
looking at the US GAAP and IFRS 15 yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, so the only difference that I found, there were so minute differences.
Yeah, only minor differences is there. They
Yes,
won't be talking about the construction contract in a very lengthy manner. Like the main
service concession
important thing
arrangements.
they'll be talking about this at a point of time or a period of time, the input method, output method, the
Yes, sir.
five-step model, everything is approximately same. Not that much big difference is there. But trying to bring harmonization means, when we are following same rules, it is good. For comparison purpose, it's good actually. A person who is exactly differ from ACCA, CMA, US won't be able to tell the differences in that.
Sir,
Not all the people who exactly comes in the audit will be having a proper background and all. Even the people who complete the BCom will come to the audit and all. They won't be having a proper idea about this and all. So using different type of standards will be quite confusing for them. That is why using one is good. In
yes, sir.
US countries and all, or they'll be using US GAAP and all.
Yes, sir. It's very vast as compared to the IFRS or IAS.
Yeah, it is vast, exactly. It is quite complex also. It is more like a rule-based thing.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to
IFRS is principle based.
IFRS and all, principle-based, yes.
So same things apply to the auditing standards.
Yeah.
They are all also the same across the countries, but there are so minute differences.
Hmm.
So
Yes, yes, yes.
can someone get into the nitty-gritties of these standards? I mean that you are a teacher, you have learned so much, and so I also want to learn these kind of standards in details, but I don't know how to go inside and how to reach any standard. I don't know. I can't make a perfect strategy.
Like, if you want to learn, we have many resources available in front of us, exactly. Like, we are learning almost like 90% complete standards in the textbook itself. Like, going down deep means we are actually digging the past. It may feel like very difficult for us, but to some extent we can do it. Someone asked me a doubt. Akshat. Akshat, it's very easy now. Akshat, like the exam format is total 100 marks and the pass mark is 50 marks. We are having two sections, section A and section B. Section A will be having 15 MCQ, total for 30 marks. Section B will be having three questions. The first question normally for 20 mark, second question for 30 mark, and last question for 20 mark. So two 20 mark question and one 30 mark questions. Section B is completely typing. Section A is choice based questions. Okay.
The results class over. Can I leave?
And yeah, I think we can wind up the session. And thank you for having me.
Thank you
We
so much, sir.
can see you on tomorrow, next day. Okay. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you so
Bye.
much, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Anything else? Yeah. Hi.
sir, can we create a WhatsApp group so that it will be convenient for everyone?
You can create the WhatsApp group, but I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to join in that. Like,
No, sir.
uh,
Actually, for FR also we have created in the last quarter,
last quarter. Like, okay. Okay. Sure. Sure.
June to September. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, yes, we can see you on tomorrow and have a great night, have a great evening, and yes, go and have dinner. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Rudra.
Sir, this is my first ACCA exam. So, which subject should I give alongside AA?
FR, financial reporting is good for you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Bye.